Hey guys, welcome to Our Space in Your Space. I'm Jess, and today we're going to go over 10 exercises that you can do anytime to help strengthen your knee. Before we get started, one recommendation I do have is to possibly look at investing into a compression sleeve for your knee. So this sleeve is going to provide just a little extra support for the knee. It's kind of like a big hug. It's not going to be as stabilizing as maybe a brace would be, but it also allows you to have some more mobility. So this might be something to look into and slip it on. This video is going to be more of a tutorial or an introduction to these moves that you can do at your own pace. We will recommend how many reps to do on each video, and this is something that you can do before your normal workout, after, or even some of them you can rock out throughout your normal day. I hope this helps strengthen your knees. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. I have thrown my compression sock onto my left knee. That's my problematic knee. If you have two knees that you need support with, feel free to rock it out on both legs. And also feel free to use this not just in today's workout, but whenever you're strength training, I would recommend throwing it on as a brace. So I'm just going to give you a little tutorial of each work or each move, and then you can pause, go a little bit longer for each one. This is just kind of a tutorial on the moves themselves. So the first move is going to be called a small arc leg lift. The name kind of lends to what we're looking to accomplish here. I have a foam roller, so I'm going to use my foam roller underneath my knee here. If you don't have a foam roller, have no fear. A beach towel would work. A pillow, a yoga block, anything that allows you to prop up your knee and produce a small arc in the knee, as again the name lends. You can stay seated up like I'm going to and use your hands for support, or you can take it all the way down to the ground, whichever feels more comfortable for you. From here, you're just going to simply lift the leg, activate the quad, feel that kind of open up and stretch here, point your toes back towards your face, and then slowly lower the leg back down. The idea here is to control the movement, pause at the top, and then slowly just start to lower back down. So you may have a knee injury that is making you come to this video. You may just have chronic knee pain, or you might just be starting on your strength training journey. These could all be reasons behind weak knees, but it's really important to listen and not overstress the knee too early. So this might seem like it's super easy. You're looking for 20 to 25 reps per side. I encourage you to stick with this before you up to adding a weight, as you could throw an ankle weight on to your ankle, maybe 3 to 5 pounds to kind of up the resistance, but take it easy. This isn't going to be a workout or moves that cause you to be sweating profusely. You're doing more work inside to kind of just help stabilize that knee joint. Once again, you're going to do 20 to 25 on one side. When you advance, maybe add an ankle weight. Beautiful. So you can take that to the other side, do both knees if you have two knees that are problematic to you, or if you're just focusing on strengthening one knee, then you can just do it on the one side, whatever works for you. Your next one is going to be bridge pose. So we're going to swing around here, and we're going to come to lay down on our back. Your legs are going to be hip distance apart, knees, ankles, hips, all in alignment. Hands are going to be next to the body, and the spine is going to be nice and long. So walk your shoulder blades out here and feel the entire spine nice and flat. Now when we start to take it up, I want you to think about peeling your spine off the yoga mat, not just pushing everything up to the sky. So starting with the tailbone, we start to lift, and just nice and slow with control, bring it all the way up to the top. Be mindful of your legs here. Don't let them go out or in. Keep them parallel. Use the glutes and the hamstrings to activate here. And then slowly with control, you're going to bring it all the way back down to the ground. Lifting all the way back up. And lowering all the way back down. You're going to shoot for about 10 reps here to start. See how that feels. Focus on your control and on the form. Maybe lifting the hips a little bit higher. as you progress. Now, if you start to cultivate enough strength and stability within your knees, you might progress this to taking it into a one-leg bridge where you lift up with one leg and lower all the way back down. I encourage you only to progress into those single leg lifts when you feel like you can perfectly execute the bridge with good form and not compromise moving that stabilizing leg. Another bridge move that can help you would use resistance bands or loops. Usually when you get resistance bands, they come in different color coding. Usually you can do like a light, medium to super heavy one. I would recommend starting off with either your light or your medium. And you're gonna put the resistance loop right around your thighs, just above your knees. So about an inch or two off of your knees. Same thing, but this time we're going to have a little resistance helping push our legs out. So when we take it up to our bridge, we're not necessarily looking to extend further out than parallel. We're just adding a little resistance to that bridge when we lift and lower all the way back down. Staying with this one here for about 10 to 15 reps and breathing through the whole thing. Notice which parts of the body you're activating, so working on the glutes and the hamstrings and the core. All of this strengthening will help get you stronger knees. Awesome. All right, so we're going to take that band off here for just a minute. And one more bridge variation for you to try involves using a ball of some sort. So ideally, the ball should be a little bit bigger than the one I'm going to show you right here, just what I have handy. So soccer ball, basketball, something a little bit wider than this one. But same concept, but this time we're going to work on activating the inner thigh. So we're going to bring the ball to the center. And now, as we lift, we're going to squeeze into center, activating the inner thighs, pressing into that ball the entire time, even as you're lowering. So you should be able to feel that immediately. Activate the inner thighs and lower back down. Feet stay nice and planted on the ground. Again, my ball's a little bit smaller, so I'm not able to keep my legs as parallel. I'd recommend a basketball or a soccer ball here. Awesome, and then bring it on down. So you can carefully remove that prop out of the way, and we will move on to our next exercise. So for this one, we're going to stand up and we're going to use a wall. So wherever you can find a wall next to you, I'm going to get cut off here for a second, but we're going to go into our wall squats. So, or wall sits. Legs are going to be hip distance apart. You're going to bring your back all the way to the wall behind you for support. You should be able to feel as much of your spine there as possible. And you're just going to hang out here. Be mindful to have your knees tracking over your ankles. If they're going over your toes, simply come up, step your feet out a little bit, and lower back in. Ideally, you don't want to go past a 90-degree angle here with the thighs and the knees, and you'll start to feel this in your core as well. You can sit down for about 10 seconds or however long is good for you, and then shimmy your way back up to standing and shake it out. If you want to incorporate the use of a resistance band, here is another time that you could step into a loop. All right, same concept as in bridge, adding a little resistance to our stance. Coming back to the wall nice and safely, place your booty there, and sit. Pressing the legs out just enough to create some resistance in the outer thigh, get the heart pumping a little bit, but not necessarily trying to widen the stance at all. Holding there, and then coming all the way back up to stand. Take that loop all the way off and put it to the side. You guys are doing awesome. We're gonna stay standing. I'm just gonna change this so you can see me a little bit better. And we're gonna do calf raises. First calf raise is without any weights, just to get acclimated and get your ankle strength ready to rock and roll. So when you're coming forward, you just want to make sure that you're not rolling to the outsides of your feet. So you're coming straight up and straight down. Coming all the way up and all the way down. So this one is going to challenge, as you saw me shake a little, this is going to challenge your balance. That's why I want you to take it nice and slow and try to make sure that the ankles stay stacked straight over the feet. Now, if and when you're ready to progress that move, you are welcome to add some weights. So I wouldn't go anything more than a 10 to start, maybe a 5 or an 8-pound weight. Starting once again, legs hip distance apart. And then when you're ready, lift up and lower. You're shooting for 10 to 15 reps here. Notice how my ankle just kicked out. Need to slow it down just a little bit. Bring it straight up and down. Beautiful. So this is one of the moves that you really can do just about anywhere. Maybe throughout your day, you're doing dishes and you just want to stand at the sink and practice doing some calf raises. Things that you can incorporate into your everyday that don't necessarily have to be during your workout, so to speak. All right, from there we're going to take it back down to the ground. So you're going to lie flat. Similar concept to when we were doing our small arc leg lift, but this is going to be a leg lift in prone or supine laying down position. So let's turn this a little bit and come on down. So you're going to be all the way down on your back. Try to take out any gaps in your spine as much as you can. And then you're just going to practice easy peasy, lifting one leg, lowering it all the way down. So you can alternate your legs here if you'd like, or if you're just working with that one leg, feel free to stay there. Trying to keep the leg as straight as you can. So if that dictates how high you're lifting it, then that's how high it goes today. But we're not trying to bend the knee and draw it into the chest. We're trying to keep that leg as straight as possible, flexing the toes back to your face and lifting it up. Lowering it back down and lifting it back up. So if you're going to alternate sides, I would recommend 10 to 12 per side. If you're just going to do one knee, try 12 to 15. And that's the thing. You can run through these exercises, 1 circuit, 2 circuit, 3 circuits. It really just depends on how your knee is feeling or where you're at in your strengthening of your knee journey. This is something you could do real quick before your other workouts, or maybe something that you do after your workouts, just adding some of these moves in there to help strengthen that knee. Last one I got for you is squats. We all know squats. This is like the full body workout, but when we're talking about strengthening our knee, sometimes it can kind of sound like an oxymoron to be doing a million squats and or what is causing our knee pain. So what I want you to do is just rewind once again back to your form. So coming to a standing position, legs are going to start hip distance apart. Let's fix my camera here really quick. Awesome. All right, so you're going to come legs hip distance apart. And if you have a chair that you can put behind your booty, so that way when we come back into our squat, I want you to think about sitting on a chair. Oftentimes when we see in squats is people are leaning too far forward. You can see that my knees are tracking over my toes at this point, and I'm causing tons of pain and discomfort into my knees. So the opposite of that is the right form, where I'm taking my butt back first. My knees are staying tracked over my feet, and I come back up to stand. So bringing it into the glutes and more into the legs, taking it out of your knees. So you're going to take it back and come back up. Down, put the weight in your heels. It should get to the point where you feel like you're going to fall backwards because you're putting so much weight back and using your core to stop you from falling. Taking it nice and slow and back up to stand. We can bring our resistance band back into the game for this one. So you can carefully step into your loop here Once again, medium to lightweight. I wouldn't be doing heavies just to start off. Legs are still going to be hip distance apart. Immediately feeling a little bit of that resistance kick in with the band, and then we just take it back and come on up. Inhale when you go down, flat back. Exhale when you come back up. Beautiful work. If you can rock out about 15 to 20 reps here, that would be my recommendation. You are welcome to add even more resistance here by bringing a weight in. These aren't things I would start off with. If you're watching this video, it's more about focusing on getting that strength in your knee. This isn't necessarily your strength training workout for the day. So just progress safely. It might not feel, once again, like you're doing a tremendous amount of work, but the work that you're doing inside is very important to help stabilize and support that knee joint. And then later on, you can progress to taking it up a little bit more. So those are just some quick little exercises you can do to help strengthen your knee by activating all the other muscles around in the body. I hope this helps with any knee discomfort you have going on. As always, if you have any questions, I'm just a message away. Have a great day, guys.